Hello.
Hi,
Hi, how are you?
good.
Good. How old are you?
I'm 29.
Hmm. All right. What's going on? What's the problem with this rating thing?
I don't know.
Is that what you were calling about, or did you have something else you want to talk about?
Um, I think people rate people the way they see attractive, and I don't think many people can say much about that, really.
Do you think there's a universal standard of beauty?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. What is it?
Uh, Being light skinned, having a straight nose, straight long hair. But then again, it changes because now girls are getting, bigger butts, and
I
I
was going to say,
style.
I'm just accepting the premise. Meaning light skin, long hair, a straight nose. You have a problem with that standard?
Um, it's not a problem with that. That's one standard of beauty, but there's other standards of beauty as well,
Okay. Such as?
such as, you know, different races. There's white women, there's black women, there's Indian women,
But you're a black
and then
woman,
all,
right?
yes.
I find it interesting that majority of the planet is not black. When you ask black women what the standard of beauty is, the first thing y'all run to is white women. I make the point that white women mean more to y'all than they do to anybody else. I have a colleague, I have a content creator friend who actually says that he thinks that many black women idolize white women because I don't think this. When most I ask most men what the standard of beauty is, it ain't what you just said: light skin, straight hair, thin nose.
Well, you said universal, so that I was
Yeah,
trying to
I get it, but
probably
but
would have that.
universal means that most people in the world aren't white.
Okay.
Universal, white people are not the majority on this planet.
Well, you were talking about pageants and stuff earlier, so
All right, but I know what I was talking about. But my point is, I've said a lot of things, but what's in the forefront of what seems to be a lot of black women's mind is white women. Seems to be like it's like just like y'all's, just like y'all's kryptonite or y'all anti-hero because um, you're 20 how old?
29.
All right. And are those your natural eye color? Is that your natural eye color?
No, they're prescription
All
contacts
right. Um, why?
because it's an option and I chose it. Just like I have glasses,
No,
I choose
glasses don't
those.
change your eye
They,
color. Glasses don't change your eye color.
well, I changed my hair color. It's just having fun with fashion. I
No,
don't put
no.
that
Okay, okay. It's not a judgment,
like
man.
some.
But what I'm saying is, you can change your hairstyle, but change your hair color. Why not change your color and your style inside your own racial parameters? If that's the case, if the universal standard of beauty is a white woman, why not do what makes black women look best?
I'm a black woman and I love the way I look. I was
Okay,
just answering your
I
question
get
about
it,
what
but I get the question, but I'm also asking some questions because when I see black women who are wearing colored contacts, black men really don't find that attractive.
okay.
So unless you're doing it because you like or you want to date women, you're not doing it for what black men want. Men don't find that attractive. Have you is that did you know that?
Um Honestly, I may have had an idea, but I wouldn't be
Okay.
say it was like I knew
Well, I'm
that.
going to tell you that in general, men don't find it attractive because the first thing we look at it, we're like, that's not her eye color, and we think that's fake. We would rather see you. Whatever you is what we want. That's why I was trying to tell the woman at the beginning, whatever your hair color is or your hair texture is, do that. Men want the natural you. We don't want the made up you, the stylized you, the fashionized you. So, yes, you can have fun with fashion. I'm a stylist, right? But are you doing it to attract the opposite sex or are you doing it to impress women?
No, I just do it to change up my look,
Okay.
you know.
Well, I
I
would just say that just take into consideration the color contacts stand out a lot. So, do you ever want to get married?
um yeah, I suppose.
You suppose. Do you want kids one day?
I have a kid.
How old is your child?
My kid is 2.
Two. Um, would you like any more children?
Huh?
Would you like any more children?
Um, I guess if it happens,
Now,
yeah.
did you go to college?
No.
Okay. So, fair question is just an American citizen. How do you plan on getting from 65 to 85 retirement and getting that $2.9 million you're going to need on one income if you never marry?
Um, then I would have to do what I need to do as a independent person to accomplish that and make those choices.
So, what does that mean?
Whatever that may mean in general for anyone in that same category.
Okay. It's not a trick question.
Yeah.
It's not a trick question, but this is something that women need to understand. That if you're choosing to not marry or couple with somebody, you need to make enough money to replace two incomes because one salary in this country won't cut it. There are no government benefits, no Uncle Sam, no one's coming to save you. And if you're not making over $130,000, $140,000 a year, how do you plan on having enough money to retire on from 65 to 85? And what you just said, ultimately, do you respect this? I got no idea. See, marriage is not just, it's not an option for average women.
Oh,
It's in
you
this,
would have to get a job that
no, okay.
is that
You didn't go to college. Do you have skills to make you competent enough to be an exceptionally high earner?
well, I'm an essential worker.
Okay, what I'm
So
saying is I'm not discounting what you do, but what I'm saying is the kind of money we're talking about is six figures or more. Only 6% of women in this country make that. So if you're not gonna marry a couple, you're gonna have to have the money to retire on because there won't be any Social Security, no benefits. So ultimately, what I'm saying, man, is as a young mother, I need somebody to tell you, marriage is not optional. You need a man. You need a man like a mother sucker because you need somebody, you need a double income. All women need that unless they can replace that income. Any race. So I don't want to hear people say, you picking on black women. No, no, you all need that. Because as a man, if men can't make enough money to retire on, they got to work until they die. And if there's not enough work, you know where they end up? Homeless. So when I ask you as a woman, do you want to get married? You're like, I don't know. That's cool. So either you marry a man or you live with a woman, but somehow you're going to need two incomes. Because, like I said, unless you're making enough money, you can't retire. And you ladies don't talk, and women, has been my experience, don't talk about that kind of stuff. So I'm saying it so yeah, it could be out there. Have you ever heard that before? Is there any reason why you and your child's father chose not to be together?
just too toxic.
What were you doing?
Just not agreeing on things. Toxic.
How long were you guys together?
Um, I was actually already on your show.
Okay.
I don't know if you remember me, but we already had talked about this once on your show already.
Well, I don't, but yeah, we're on Instagram. So um, if it was toxic, all right. My thing is, all people are going to have a solution. So if it was toxic, accept that. But the reason I even started asking these questions is because when I asked you, did you want to be with anybody? It was kind of like, that's fine, but you got to have a plan. Because I need you to understand that the government has nothing. No one's going to save you. And unfortunately, I don't think enough women get that message. They think that there's something to happen. And we're about to start seeing that happen. So, all right, young lady, have a good evening. All the
Thank you.
best. Bye-bye. You know, um, women, y'all need to hear this. That I don't know why so many women feel like marriage is an option. Unless you're making enough money to cover two incomes or have a substantial retirement, where'd that number come from? On my YouTube channel, I did a show where I said, all right, give me a woman who's making $50,000 a year. And that's a lot of money. The average one makes little less than 30,000. A little less than 30,000. I said, give me a woman making 50,000 from age 25 to 65. $50,000 from 25 to 65. And give her a cost of living raise every year, 3%. How much is that woman going to need to have in retirement to live from 65 to 85? And said, give that woman a monthly savings of $200, which is far more than the average female saves. That woman would have a $700,000 shortfall because she would need $2.9 million. How many $50,000 a year women living by themselves with their dogs are going to have $3 million to retire on? Ladies, you need a man. You need a man like a mother sucker because you ain't making enough money to live by yourself. So all this optional, I may decide to such and so forth, and especially for women who have children, hell no. Oh, no, no, no. This was a good show.